Hello, world. This is Lanacia Hood. I'm born and raised here in Saginaw, Michigan. So to give you guys a little bit of information about me, I went to Saginaw High School, graduated from Saginaw High School. I also was a part of Saginaw High's Mighty Merchant Trojan Band. I also was the founder and first captain of Trojan Nets there. Also, after college, I attended college around here at Saginaw Valley State University, was a part of their was affiliated with their band as well. And then I transferred to University Arkansas of Pine Bluff, M4. Whoop, whoop. While there, I was also active with the GGs there as well. Following that, I pursued my career. Currently, I'm a social worker. I'm a school social worker. Been a social worker for over 10 years. Currently, I continue to do social work. Also, doing all of this time as well. Back in 2014, I also was co-founder, co-director of Fire and Ice Dance Company. And on top of that, I am a Delta. Woo-hoo. So love my sisterhood, love you all, and you'll learn a lot more about me soon. Peace.
All right. Well, my name is Demetrius Goss, known as Meech. Like her as well, I came from Saginaw High School, marching band. Life is real. After that, just started coaching right away. Going into band, writing band music, working with various bands all over. Jackson State University, Sonic Boom on the South member. Love the Sonic Boom. There's no other band better than the Boom. There came, Prince and Jay Sets, that style where it comes from. It's nothing like that Jackson style. Fast forward years later, we decided to form Fire and Ice as a co-head, me and her. We ran very, very strong with Fire and Ice, undefeated for some years, 17 grand championships. We did our thing with Fire and Ice, and we took each task was very, very serious, severe. That's pretty much. I be hosting a lot of different competitions, judging. I'm called on to judge a lot, train different teams, worked in all over from Atlanta to Mississippi to Texas, Michigan, just everywhere. Chicago, Indiana. I've been some of everywhere. You name it.
It's my turn.
Yes, bad bitch.
Hi, I'm Ashanti Larry. I'm from originally Saginaw, Michigan as well. I was a coach at Arthur Hill as well as Bridgeport High School. I did form my team years later after I graduated, after I was retired from the high schools. But I made my way into the dance industry as far as doing background dances, providing the dances for my brother Houston Rap. And we just been going ever since, going strong as a team ever since. So we're here to stay. Look for us.
All right. I go by Dizzy Bates. I do the videography and the photography on Saginaw Dance Show, the YouTube channel. We started the channel back in 2014, but we all have a history in the major dance world before 2014. Some of them, or all of them, way before me. And so I began recording dance performances. Then I started recording the dance events. We started throwing our own dance events, and we all worked together to put on the different shows and productions, whether it was a competition or not. And here we are looking to grow and continue to build.
That pretty much sums it up. So when you think of Saginaw Dance Show, it's not that. It's just based off we are all Saginaw natives from Saginaw, built Saginaw, grown. Our show started in Saginaw, but we are definitely worldwide. Dizzy has been traveling all over the place to different competitions everywhere. Mm-hmm. He's been getting calls, asked to be recorded. So when you think of Saginaw Dance Show, even though we're originated from Saginaw, we're just not of Saginaw. We're just originated from Saginaw. And we just like to keep the name.
Don't put a limit to it. You got skyrocket.
Our mission is global, period.
So, how do y'all feel the difference is from when we started in Majorette and what you see now today? Like,
what's the difference?
Yeah, like, do you see any difference in how things are going now versus what they used to be?
I would say, on an honest tip, the quality of what's being put out on the floor. And no disrespect to any of the teams or anything, but when I just see that a lot of times compared to when we were doing it back in the day, it appears that a lot of the kids are not for sure of themselves when they go out on the floor and it's time to dance. And when we were doing it back in the day, we made sure, hey, this is it. This is what we want you to present when you get out there on the floor. And we made sure that they knew it. We made sure that they were comfortable with it. And I'm just seeing now that it appears that a lot of kids are just not sure of what they're supposed to do while they're out there. And, for different kids, it takes more practice. It takes kids learn at different speeds. And so, as a coach, as a director, you just have to learn how to be able to work and maneuver through all of that to make sure that all your kids, while out there on that floor, got it and have that confidence.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that my perspective is not on their technique or their memory. Mine is more like what they doing on the floor while another team is like presenting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like giving me gang affiliated, and it's like that's when it is the lack of sportsmanship.
Yeah,
you must applaud. This is y'all in the same industry for the same reason. You don't know what no other team is liking. At any given point, it should not be where a team should feel belittled.
Mm-hmm.
And wait for you to lead the floor so I can dominate you. Take it. Don't take it for granted. Like, take it seriously. But at the same time, I think a lot of teams just nowadays, they just want to devour their spirit more than anything. Like, oh, they did this. We took this and we took that. No, you still supposed to applaud that next team. Let them know that, we appreciate what you did, but you ain't win this time. Like,
Yeah.
You come back next time. We got you. We gonna match up. We gonna see what you got. Like back in the day, we had to bring it. We could actually cross the line.
Mm-hmm.
And we would actually still be friendly. Like, y'all can look on Saginaw Dance Show where the teams was actually friends, but when we got on that floor, we ain't friends no more, baby. We gonna go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna battle it out. We gonna bring it back. But I don't feel that no more on the team. It's like, oh yeah, we took this win. We're gonna take another one.
The sportsmanship and friendliness.
It's
not
lacking.
there. Yeah.
And it's so sad because at the end of the day, it comes back. I don't blame the kids. I don't even blame the coaches because it's just like, I don't know what the coaches is in for it.
Right.
What was the purpose, right? But I definitely want to say that I do blame the coaches because at the end of the day, they are the first example. And only your parent, and it still go back to your parent, only your parent will allow this to happen. Because at the end of the day, how I look at it is there's no way that I can tolerate another student just being so aggressive or passive aggressive, like to another student. And they just lost. They already took that butt whooping. So it's just like for you to get off that floor and be like, oh, you did good. You did your best, but come back better. That's it. That's all.
And that's a difference too.
It's a difference because nowadays it's just like, I don't like, you deserve bragging rights. Granted, you definitely deserve bragging rights. But at the same time, it's just like, the leadership, I think, is lacking. That's just what I think.
And I would like to piggyback off of what you said about, that sportsmanship piece. If any of us did not have that win that day, that was our motivator. You get what I'm saying? That was our motivator to get back and start working at it. Yeah, get back in the lab and start working at it. And that's a difference too.
That's true. Well, a lot of people are getting, saying like they're falling out of love with Majorette. That's what's been going on. That's what I know Jasmine and Diana and all of them were talking about in their live, and that's true. A lot of people are falling out, and I think the difference for me, what I see is just the lack of fun and motivation. It starts with the coach. What was your mission? What's the reasoning for having a team, and what are your goals? Me, as a coach back then, my goal was to entertain. That was my number one goal. I always told my kids, we are entertainment today. We need to make sure that the middle school kid, the high school kid, the college kids, the old granny and grandpa, and everybody should be entertained by your performance today. So your performance needs to be suitable for all age groups, age appropriately, all the way through. And I don't get that excitement. Or like when you think about a field show is supposed to have you up on your seat. HBCU field shows, you don't know what this team is going to bring this week, whatever it's going to be, but you're supposed to be up on your feet. A lot of the music sounds the same, same kind of moves. Everything is fast. Dooch, 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 dooch. It's like, what the world? Like, dang, y'all don't slow down no more. Y'all don't do mid-tempo no more. Like, y'all, it's just got to be a good balance and a mixture to make sure that you hit all the elements of music. When I designed a field show, my field show was designed after a high school marching band, a college marching band. You know, the drill piece, the fanfare, the flag line piece, if they had flag line, the dancers feature, the fast beats, even when the band come across the line, the below section, the dancers go crazy. That's how I'm ending the show. That's how I always used to win. Like, you know, that's just what it is. But that's different. Like, the entertainment wow factor is just not there because the fun is not there. It's almost like we're doing this just to get through, not to entertain and clown. Like, we used to think, we finna show out today. We finna go out here act a fool today. You ready? You ready? Like, let's go. That's what's missing. I hope that returns.
Yeah, most definitely.
It can.
So, what do you feel like the reason why you started Fire and Ice? Like, what was your reason? Like, why we started our team?
Well, one of the reasons is during that time it was a lot going on. Well, let me rephrase that. It wasn't a lot going on, you know, for the teams there. And so, you know, you were still working with teams. I was still working with teams. All these teams were coming up in about. I was like, you know what? You know, for me, it was more than just, okay, we're going to just give them something to do. For me, I wanted to be able to teach the kids to conquer their fears through something that they love doing. That was the purpose and the reason of why I wanted to develop this dance team. You know, sportsmanship, as Ashanti was talking about, that was something that I wanted to work with the kids on. You know, learning how to social, learning how to, you know, work through conflict. I'm a social worker, for God's sake. You get what I'm saying? And so I wanted to really teach them those skills that they needed so that they can become successful and do things such as what we're doing through something that they love. And so, and then on top of that, I love dancing, I love teaching, and I wanted to instill that into the kids. And so those are some of the couple reasons of why, you know, Fire and Ice, and even when, you know, we were doing Trojanettes, all of that. That was the pure reason, you know, giving back to our community, giving back to our kids, you know, teaching someone how to work hard for what they want.
Yeah, absolutely. My reasons is very similar. Being a marching band instructor or auxiliary director over a high school at the time, you're teaching them how to mold themselves as young ladies, as models. Like, you know, I always told the girls, y'all are models. Like, you got to look the part, be a part, dress a part, act a part. And that's where that self-love comes from, that awareness, that confidence. I've seen it in the dancers, and most dancers' grades was just A's and just amazing grades. And I wanted to bring that to the community aspect of it, because we only can work on soul level with just this one high school. But when you open it up to a community team, I had kids from every school all over through the city. And I just felt like discipline is my biggest thing for me. You don't talk, you don't move, you don't say, your mama bet not say, your mama bet not knock on this door, you out. I was one of those people, like people look at how Diana was on TV. No, that's real life. Because my parents was not allowed at practice. You're not allowed in the building. I don't want to talk to you. Don't ask me nothing during the time of practice. Meet with me before or after. And to be honest, our kids never paid more than $25 a month. A lot of people say like people do this for the money or whatever, but it wasn't no money in it. A lot of times I came out of pocket all the time for everything, even their uniform. I believe our kids never paid more than $50 for a uniform. And if you looked at Fire and Ice, their uniforms was flawless. Did we have to learn how to do uniforms?
Yes,
Absolutely. Did we have to learn how to sew or how to do this? We did. But to be honest, it was kind of like, you got to learn. You got to have a job. You cannot, majorette cannot be your job. You got to have an outside job in order to fund this. And you can't be doing this for money. You got to be benefit the kids. It's times where my kids just did not have it. Yeah. The parents just did not have it. And I'm not over their bills or whatever they living is or whatever, but I just decided to say, I'm going to make sure I have enough money. Every child is going to pay. Even when we did uniforms and they didn't pay, if I had 30 kids, 40 kids, I ordered 40 uniforms. It came out of pocket. I would order the sequins, the fringe, everything myself, just because I'm not going to let one go without. If you show up to practice for me and do what I need you to do, this will be your reward. I don't care. I'm not thinking about the money, because when you hit that stage or that floor or that parade or whatever, that's the biggest thing and that's the best experience in life you're ever going to have. I'm not going to let a dollar amount of money change that. However, it is irritating when you see mama in the club with her new inches and all this and that and lashes and rented a car for a week and you can't pay me $25. That's just crazy to me. But hey, it happened. I didn't complain about it though. I just moved with the punches. But that's the reason why Fire and Ice was started, to give kids goal, mission, discipline, structure. They needed structure, period. Our kids in Saginaw needed structure. All over the world, kids need structure, a foundation. You know, at home when grandma you couldn't get in the bed without getting in the shower. You couldn't leave the table without finishing and cleaning up your stuff. They needed structure. We had structure. So that's what I wanted to give some of the structure that was gave to me to them.
I piggyback off that as well. I just wanted to give back for the most part until it became overwhelming. That price do go up. When you become better, that price goes up. And honestly, a lot of kids did not have it. The parents did not have it. And then when they see, when they just had some form of waiting and just waiting to win, like they were so passionate because they did not have it. That matters. Because we really got it out the mud. Like, we was scraping, like, we putting, like, what you got, like, people, I used to call y'all and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this uniform. And then when I became dominant with creating the uniforms, we was like, oh, that's cool. And y'all used to be like, oh, you came up with that? I'm like, yeah, that's dope. I like it. I came up with this. Believe that. And I did that.
And I love that support that the Saginaw community definitely had when it came to all our teams looked good. All our teams walked out there. It wasn't a fight or a battle. We was
helping each other. Yeah.
You literally saw me at everybody.
We didn't even like each other. We was helping each other, like with choreography. You helped me with my choreography. Now she came and straightened the girls up. Like, I just wanted my kids, because it's like I had kids from all over the city, and I just wanted the best for them. Like, even when they love my mannerisms, so it's like I want to be like Shanti. Like, they still call me Shanti. You saved my life. I look up to you. Like, I get those type of calls, and I'm like, oh, don't look at me, sweetheart. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. So, but it's still honoring. It's an honoring situation. That's why it's like, why are you doing it? Why are you recreating this thing? I never pursued it to monetize. You know, I was just always trying to help the next person out, because at the end of the day, there's no guidebook to parenting. Parents mess up, you know, and sometimes they go back to that. Like, I was feeding ramen noodles to kids. Like, when they were failing in school, I was up there helping with their homework. We had to make time for that, because at the end of the day,
parents will call up and say they messing up in school. I need you to go, because believe it or not, that dance coach is so important to that child. They'll do right for that coach before they will their parent. Like, we had to be up at the school progress reports. You are a parent to them. You are. I remember one of my dancers, Trojanettes, she stole her mama car, Terea, from BBI, Terea McGee. She stole her mama long, big Fleetwood Cadillac and could not park it back. So she called me like, I done took the car and I can't get it back in park. And her mom probably gonna see this like, but yeah, I definitely got up and went moved that car and parked that car back, and she gonna kill you. Like, what were you doing? Stuff like that, you know. I remember kids calling me late night, like it sounds like somebody trying to break in here, knock at the door, getting up at 3 a.m, going to get them, getting the gun out, like I'm coming. My kids knew they coach is crazy as I don't know what. And that's another thing for me that used to bother me, because I will fly off the handle. I will fight. I will drag somebody. Like, you can't be on the video dragging somebody. But it's just, it's life. It's human. You can't help it. Like, you know, a matter of fact, yesterday somebody posted a video of somebody fighting. They was like, I can't think of nobody like this but my coach. Like, he was just this mess. Like, yeah.
We stand for our kids, but we didn't tolerate bull. And we did not believe in just fighting amongst each other. Like, you might not like this person, you might not like that team, but you will respect what they're trying to do and where they're trying to go. And you're going to respect that adult too.
And when we out and about and it's an event or a group, we are not arguing with them.
No.
Matter of fact, they should probably think we was the most bougiest, because my kids was not allowed to talk at all. You don't say nothing. And they walked in a single file line. They went to the bathroom in a single file line. They didn't even get to watch the show. You get back in the locker room and do what you need to do. You came here to entertain. You didn't here to come to be entertained.
Even in the professional world, that's what was throwing me off when it comes to the dance teams actually being able to run around the area, the arena and stuff. It's because when I didn't tell them that, but I did nationals at Disney World, UDA. So that's hip hop. I'm not even from the majorette world. I just learned the craft and, you know, proceed to pursue it. So that's where I came from hip hop and pom pom. But at the end of the day, I feel like we was separated. We went to our practice table. We went to our practice floor. Then we went to the finishing floor. We didn't see no other teams unless they was in line before or after us.
Right.
We did not pay attention because at the end of the day, that's a distraction. And you can lose your kid can easily lose their confidence by looking at another team. Yeah. And that's when it caused the buildup of animosity, because I think I'm better than you, but at the same time, then it recycles back, it backtracks actually to the coach. Gotta find a way to motivate her team all over again. When you could have prevented this in the first place.
I treat them like little pit bulls. You know how people get pit bull and they don't let nobody see that pit bull, and that pit bull see anything the other side of their family attack. When y'all get on that flow, attack them moves. You don't know what nobody else is doing. They used to be so mad. Parents used to be mad. Well, how come they just can't watch the show? Pay your money to somebody else. Y'all watch the show over there on that team. But when you on this team, ain't no goddamn show. You are the show. Get out here and perform, do your show, and go home. That's just how I was. And they made say he's so mean and he's so... I got that all the time. I didn't care though. Like, I had a mission and I knew what it needed to be done. That's just it for me.
It's necessary.
Like, yeah. So that discipline and training, it's just got to be there. And you as a coach got to have discipline. Your kids are a reflection of you. Your parents are a reflection of you. If my parents come to an event acting a fool in the crowd, you ain't never coming again. And, you know, I was going to say, let's talk about it, but I don't want to. We're going to leave that one down.
I loved our parents.
All right, Dizzy, so what got you started to recording? Like, when you started seeing these teams, what made you start recording and adding to a channel?
Honestly, I don't know what made me post on YouTube. I guess it was just like the times that we was living in, and it was a popular thing to post on YouTube, but I didn't start recording any of the dance. I wasn't thinking about dance. My sister had a dance team. She was a part of the Majorette world. I had a video camera, and that's how I really started getting apart and getting to know y'all and being introduced to the world. And, you know, once I get my hands in something, I study the craft, I learn about it, and I just go my own way with it and work on different plans and stuff. And so that's how I deal with photography, music, and video. You know, I get a little taste of it and I study it and I just do my own little thing. And yeah, but it all came from, you know, my sister running a dance team. I recorded something for her. Then I'm introduced to the competitions. We're recording that. I'm meeting the dance world, the dance coaches. And then it went to creating a YouTube channel. And actually that YouTube channel, Saginaw Dance Show, has over 600 dance videos, about 700 to 800 videos altogether. But I did other things on there. And I actually first posted a video in 2014. And so we're coming on a 10-year stretch. So it's almost an anniversary in 2024. And so since then, I've recorded dance videos. Saginaw started there. Then we started doing different places in Michigan, Flint, Detroit. And then we went to out of state. We was actually working on expanding. And so that's really how it started and how it's going.
Cool. All right. What do y'all think about the organization of events now today? Of putting on an event. We know the work we put on many events, but now when you go to somebody else's event, it's like, like, the structure ain't there. That's been a lot of issues within the dance community too. Like these events, registration fees super high, and you're just not getting nothing out of it.
Fees super high.
Door fees are
Tickets
super
are super duper high.
People complain about the judges, And I'm going to speak on judges real quick since bringing that topic. A lot of people feel like, well, this judge ain't qualified or that judge. Nobody can really say what whose qualifications is. If you don't like them and you don't like that judge or whatever, then just don't go into that. But I feel like to cut somebody down on what they've done or what, because we all got different things that we do or don't do, that we got better than the other one or whatever. Like, I just don't like to, well, they did this, they ain't do this, we get that, I understand that, but guess what? They showed up, they judged you, they got paid the book to do this event. It is what it is. But a lot of events is just threw together for money, as they say. Now, to be honest, even us, I heard it like, did they just do this for money? So, let me be clear. We had 4 teams in this last event. We could have pulled out, but we decided, no, we're going to go through. We announced we were giving away $2,000. And it's like, we're going to give that $2,000 out. And it's only 4 teams. Now, my mind serves me, if I'm able to come away with $2,000 for this easy event, I'm finna do this event and get this money. That would be my mindset as a coach. But, I felt like if it's only 4 teams that's coming, I'm finna give them $2,000. Wasn't done for money. We had everything paid for prior to. Everything was all taken care of. We wasn't looking about getting the money or coin. We was just putting ourselves back out here. Y'all, we coming. And that's how you give back to the community. You give. And I never seen anybody really give $500 for a baby stand, $500 for big girl stands off top of $1,000 for a grand champion. So we just wanted to give back and let them know this is our thing. Like you said, we coming up on a 10-year anniversary. And then too, we decided to put it in Detroit. We're like an hour and a half away from Detroit. It's easier for us to go to Detroit to put on an event there. It wasn't for us to get any exposure or any money. We don't need exposure. As you said, how many views the channel have?
Oh man, we walking upon 8 or 9 million, I think.
Like,
9 million. I mean,
it's like we've been here, y'all. We've really been here. You just probably didn't know it, but we've been here. So it wasn't doing to get no money, to get like, no. Not at all. Somebody be worried about the wrong things sometimes, really seriously. It's a lot of people out there that do a lot for money, but guess what? It's not this crew here. Like, it's not. So just wanted to clear that up. And the 4 teams was amazing. They came to our event.
They were.
They were amazing within the height of all this drama and this fighting and all this stuff. As they said, somebody hit somebody with a crock pot at the last event. All this stuff going on back and forth. People trying to blacklist certain people or whatever. There's always a story behind the scenes. And if you don't get that story, it just becomes mess. It just becomes drama and mess. Yeah. And it's like, I spoke to everybody involved. I spoke to all of them. I love them all dearly. So it's like, it's no reason to patronize somebody or say, oh, I don't want you or this. No, let's get a meeting. Can we get y'all to sit down? Can we get y'all to figure this out? Because number one, your dance company is a business. And that's one thing y'all coaches got to realize. This is a business for you. Regardless of whether you're making the money or not, it's a business. You got to carry yourself as a business. If you go to McDonald's and they acting a fool, you don't want no parts in it. If you out here traveling and doing it, your kids acting a fool, they don't want no part. And for every action, there is a reaction. People don't realize that. It's 2 sides to every story. Whether who picks whose side or right is wrong, stay out of that. Let them handle that. Let them figure it out. Stay off of social media. That's the one thing with Saginaw. Y'all, we had a group chat. When I tell you, we used to argue, cuss, and fuss down in that group chat. It's like, It used to go in and it never left the group chat. Screenshots never left out that group chat. We used to cuss you out. F you, You this.
It was between the coaches.
Yeah, and it's just the coaches. Y'all looked at a mess last week anyway. Like, so we did act a fool. We did. It was done privately though, in the group chat. We're just gonna get, and you saying it directly to the person's face. I don't appreciate what you said or what you did, yada, yada, yada. And the next event, guess what? We all in that event. 12 teams in that event. We all there helping each other, putting on this show, helping with uniforms. We helped each other with everything.
We didn't condone violence at all.
And there was no fighting. There was no physical fights or altercation. We're going to have some words backstage. We're going to have some words in the group chat, but nobody else is going to know it. Nobody knew it. And we sold out all the events. All the events were sold out. Everybody did what they needed to do. The team made the money. And then too, if it's 12 teams on this roster and we got dates, we're not going to set a competition the same day as another competition or some of the stuff that goes, or tryout. You in the city, you having a tryout. There's no reason a team should have the same tryout days in the same city. That's just something right about that. Like, it's small little things like that that you see that you're like, man, what's going on? Or them feeling a way of how much their coaches is getting paid, or how it's so much stuff that gets out that's just so unprofessional. It's ridiculous. Like, why is we even discussing that? Why is that even talked about? Like, you know, or coach or directors who don't choreograph at all, can't choreograph. Why are you out here putting it like you did this choreo? You know you can't do a 1-2 to save your damn life. So what is you doing? Like, we saw you try to dance. You can't do nothing. But you out here telling people like you, that's a hot mess. And you look a hot mess. And I'm one of them ones to tell you, you look a goddamn mess. I don't care. It just is what it is. You're a liar and the truth ain't in you. Oh, well. That's me.
You say good morning.
All right. So, Dizzy, you know, Saginaw, Flint, Detroit, Michigan is just, you know, they talk about what they talk about. So, they felt the type of way with Miracle and Rachel getting an award, and, you know, why you awarded it from the majorette community. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so, this last event that we did, Detroit, we honored Rachel and Coach Rachel and Coach D, the Miracle. What was it? Her Rachel team was 3D or D3, and D had the Miracle had Epitome of Excellence, EOE. And so the thing is, so what I would say about that is, I didn't see a problem with honoring those two, and I'll tell y'all why. One reason is, well, if anyone has something to say, where are your honors for others in the community? You know what I mean? You know, you choose who you honor. I mean, I feel like we should give flowers to anyone that we feel is, you know, has been value and impactful in the community. And so I feel like more specifically with honoring those two within the Saginaw Dance Show is because, when we started doing the dance events, we were only doing dance events in the city of Saginaw, no outside teams. But when we went to expand outside of Saginaw and we looked towards Detroit, Rachel and the Miracle were very important pieces to building that. And not only that, they were important pieces to building in their own community. But mainly, specifically, what I value was the relationships. The one-on-one relationships were communication with Rachel and the Miracle. And so, and we chose to honor them. And on the awards, we did put Majorette Dance Community because we are a part of the Majorette Dance Community. So I feel like, we are a piece of the community. We weren't honoring her as a whole, but we chose to do that. And I feel like it was justified. Okay. Giving them their flowers.
Cool. So, Shanti, let's talk about these trophies, baby, that we just had at our event.
I don't know what happened. I was outside trying to put the trophies together, and I learned that the second, it was all the second place trophies. Them the only trophies that fell apart. They was plastic, so it was beyond my control because we was already at the event. Wasn't nothing I could do. I did learn that it was plastic when I originally put them together, and it was still, I put them together a week before, so it was already too late. Maybe I could have found a trophy store and replaced them. That's probably something I would pursue in the future. But at that time, it was inappropriate. I was like, this coming to park. I was like, sorry.
And they was on us.
Honestly, we had the biggest, Saginaw Dance Show had the biggest, we was the first in Michigan who had the biggest trophies. We had 6 feet trophies.
Yeah.
So I know how important the trophies is. It's just,
yeah, and I think they respected that. Molly was the first one that was like, Demetrius, these trophies. So when she hit me and Dizzy both of them, I just fell out laughing because it's like, it is what it is. It's some bullshit ass trophies.
Exactly.
It's what it is. I can't do nothing. I can't make an excuse. We'll get it better next time. We give away $2,000.
That's what I said. We give it $2,000.
We give y'all some money,
but I was just like, I didn't.
The trophies was a miss on our part. We'll get it back.
I'll take the money. I'm sorry.
We'll get it right the next time for sure. We're not perfect at all. And the event that day was so damn hot. It was a hot mess in that gym. The bathrooms, the locker rooms smell horrible, I apologize to y'all teams. Y'all did a great job coming out, dealing with that. What they did is they kept the heat on the whole entire weekend until I got there to the event. It's like, why is this building hot like this? It was like 90 degrees before even performing.
Yeah.
So we dealt with that the best as we can. That was irritating. As well. We tried to make the show go as smooth as possible. Honestly, the show definitely went smooth.
Nobody knew everything went wrong.
Went well. And that was the first show that you didn't know who was in the show.
Right.
Nobody knew who was in the show. Nobody knew who they competed against. Nobody knew really who the judges was besides Janae being there. Like they had no clue. Yeah. So I liked that concept. But, it was a fun event. It was a crazy experience. We set out to do a goal to give away $2,000 back to this dance community. And we did. Them girls was amazing. Marvelous team. 3D from Flint. Baby Q back on the come up. She's starting her team. Let me talk about Q. I love Q Smith. She's an original. And she's such poise and grace and just amazing woman. She's about trying to get these kids scholarship, technique. She's about what it's supposed to be about.
And Cornica too.
Yes, Cornica as well. Yeah. Molly came down, baby. Molly said, I ain't going to be able to do your show. I told Molly, oh, yeah, you come and do this show, baby. I don't have time. And she came and won Grand Champion, and it came almost clean sweep. Came through. Courtney came out, did her thing. Very, very proud of her team. Courtney is one of the youngest coaches in the game, and she holds her own. She don't really get enough credit for what she does.
But she takes accountability.
Yeah, and she really redeemed herself because she came out there, did her thing, and even when she didn't win, she said, you know what? She was the better one today. I'll give her that, she had it. And I just looked at Courtney and I said, you are just so amazing, And Courtney is, you can count on REDC to be a certain kind of way. And that's what I love. I love about her. I love all the teams in Michigan. When you looking at a team, you should be able to find something positive in them. Seriously. Like instead of being negative or this, that. No, it's a lot of positivity in these kids and what these people go through with these kids' payments. And they're going through the same things that we went through. Trying to get them out here, trying to get uniforms paid for, trying to get their buildings paid for. Everything. So, I take my hat off. One person that I do want to speak of since we're Saginaw Dance Show is Kimberly Graham. Kim Graham is the epitome of a dance coach. She's the last one in Saginaw. She does this by herself. And, she needs her flowers. Sister has been out here doing what she has to do with her team. And y'all know, my sister, I don't like her ass. She get on my nerves. I can't stand. We argue. We bump head on a regular basis. I don't fuck with her. That's what you hear me say a lot. That's when it comes to dance. But me and her dance, baby, we don't mix. Outside, we can go to the club, have a ball. Yeah. Dance wise, we bump heads like a mug. But Kim definitely has still been growing. Her team is getting so much better. So amazing. So growing. Yes. So Kimberly Graham, you wasn't at the event. I couldn't honor you. But baby, we honor you here today. We love you. We love Diva Doll, Saginaw, Michigan. Y'all still doing y'all thing. Sometimes you don't always have to stand up and give a speech about what you do. Sometimes people just see your work and recognize you for your work.
And her registration fee is still the same.
Yeah, and it is.
She don't compare with everybody.
And she's not doing it for money. She's not doing it for money. She's doing it for the kids as well. So I definitely appreciate that with her. I just wanted to give her a little love and support. Also, some of the smaller teams, you know, them girls being a brand new team this year, them girls came out here and made their mark. They are completely different from anybody else. They will give you hip hop matrix like feel like they're clowning over there. They hands down are my favorite best new team.
I like
this year. Like I'm just like blown away with them and what they do, you know. And Molly, I always tell Molly like, damn. When I see what you do, that baby, they sets it up for me every time. Like you got to come with your A game for Molly. You got to come because you can slip up. Molly, she snatched you right away easily. You know, and there's some other good team. XTD is also another good team in Flint. They are. I don't want to leave anybody out. There's so many Amethyst. It's so many good teams out here. You know, everybody got assistants and coach. You know, I don't want to leave out Fame. Fame in Detroit is another team in Detroit that's upcoming doing their thing. They have some, and then the males out here on these teams are crazy.
Yeah.
Males is crazy. Like, you know, Robert will always be one of my favorite males from REDC. He did the coach solo. He won at first place. Robert is it. Like, you know, Fame's boy over there, JVR, is just a monster. Cam is a nice boy over there as well. It's just good to see that in there. Like you can't always have all the negativity and not have the positivity. It's a lot of good teams from Michigan. We are the Michigan community as a collective. All of them, you know. Another coach that I value that's out there, a lot of people look over, is Remy.
Yeah.
Remy has a lot of opinions and a lot of voice, but Remy is heartfelt. Remy is a good guy. He's passionate. He loves hard. He fights hard. He gets to it. But
and
Remy, he's always the same. He's always the same. You know, Sparkle is a quiet person, but she goes to do that work. Sparkle gonna get in there and do that work. Like she's gonna do her work. You know, so people got to understand too. When it comes to directors are directors. It's a different title from when you're directing versus a coach or whatever. Yeah. Every role is important. Everybody's role is important. You can't discredit, even down to the judges. Like, you know, one passion, Paradise. Let's talk about Paradise as a judge. I've sat on the judge table with Paradise is hard. She's a hard judge. If you got a bunch of 10s from Paradise, baby, you moved her. And she's just passionate about dance. You got to dance for her. You got to dance for her. Like she's not buying it. And I love that about us. Michael Tony, same thing. He's one of those judges that just get it out of the mud, go in here and do what he need to do. Like, so as a collective, like this community, no matter who's judging, whose competition is, who's directing, Spencer team, Dynamic. Let me speak on them for a minute. They are an upcoming new team. What I seen over there this year with them was amazing. Like, I'm like, man, they are really looking good out here. Whatever they're doing, keep doing it. Charlie's Angels is another team that I'm just like, man, they giant. And their name start with an E. What is their name? I always mess up. Eminence. Eminence is definitely one of my favorite new teams. The Royal Blue and Silver. I love their energy, and I went to them personally and said, like, I love what y'all are doing. Keep going. Matter of fact, I told her I want you in this competition because y'all are growing so hard. You know, XDD and Flint got a lot of members. They got a lot of numbers. You need them all. All these teams are needed. They all are needed. You can't. Stephanie over there with them doing what they got to do. You know, it's a lot of issues and dramas within the major ed community, but I think it's a lot that can be resolved. It's easy to point out what happened, what said, what was did, or whatever. And y'all goddamn directors, let me tell y'all something. Stop y'all mess. Okay, stop y'all mess.
Get out your head.
Get back to the business. It is what it is. Stop being messy. Get back to the business of it all. You have to. Like, you're not going to have a sport if you don't. And I believe that every person can redeem themselves. They can come back from whatever, anything happened. You don't got to speak. You don't got to talk. You ain't got to be friends. Guess what? I don't like you. I just don't. Hey. And I'm going to keep on rolling. It's business today. Like, it just is what it is. Like, shoot.
I didn't
get it out the mud. Yeah.
We like each other.
Me and you
first.
just like, oh, that bitch. I don't know about her. But you know
But
what?
I was coming.
For me, it was her work. I went to her about her work that she put on the floor. I will never forget it. And I'm just like, she's bringing something that nobody else is bringing. You have to give people credit and give them flowers for their work and what they do. Kim would always tell me, bro, y'all killed that, but y'all arms are sloppy. Y'all arms are sloppy. I need to come over there and clean up them arms.
Passionate,
and it's like, you gotta be able to, and we can't have that. Like,
criticism.
Molly is a coach that, like, if I wanted to know something or figure out, Molly, what you think about this? Q is a person too that you want to work with closely behind the scenes, because Q has a passion and a love for children and educating. She's been doing this for years and years and years, and it's amazing. Like, these people are amazing. You know, whether you talk bad about or whatever, they're good people at the end of the day. You know, we are good people. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: you don't like me, you don't want me, I don't give a damn. You ain't got to have me. It's a choice. That's just how it's a choice. You don't have to listen. Daddy gonna be out here working, doing what he got to do, handling his business. So if you don't, I get it. But guess what? I'm gonna work hard for your children. I'm gonna work hard for your organization. I'm gonna be fair and I'm gonna be honest. Period. If that's what you should want on your show, seriously, I wouldn't want nothing else. He crazy. He gonna say what he gonna. They got mad one time when I was in Flint. I was like, all these teams looking the same. I don't like it. They had a fit. Guess what? That's how I saw it and that's how I felt. I don't give a damn. Whether y'all like these, my eyes. I know what I saw in this flow. You know choreography. You know choreography. And give y'all coaches kudos. Like, if you got coaches and people choreographing and doing, give them kudos. You don't got to give it publicly, but make sure that person feel comfortable and they support it and they feel good. Because it was me and her. We had to choreograph. And honestly, I had to fight rounds with her because she'd be like, I'm tired today. I ain't doing it. So you mean tell me I got to go do 10 stands today? Yeah. You just got to do 10 stands. But I will tell you what, if she said I'm doing 3, baby, them 3 was going to be so fire. They was going to be so fire.
Most difficult.
And difficult down. And what I loved about her, though, no matter what I taught, she came behind me and said, let me clean up his shit.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be done. So it was like a partnership. It was teamwork. And Shanti has definitely came over and cleaned up my kids and worked with them. She's literally had practice with my children.
That's how we won in Atlanta.
Literally, yes. Like, you know, we went to Atlanta and I thought our kids was cocky. Like, they study winning. They need to lose. Well, we set them up to lose. Still went to Atlanta and I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? And they ended up going good. But sportsmanship was great with them.
Yes.
They never got out of line. They held their own always. And I appreciate all y'all here for what y'all do.
We all matter together.
Yeah,
like,
we definitely.
We are individually ourselves, but
definitely.
we all bring something forward to the table. We are all valuable to the dance community.
And we got a lot of good things coming up in the works that y'all going to hear in the future. It's going to be announced later on. But we got a lot of amazing things coming up. We're not just doing this for money or for show or whatever. Clearly, we got careers here. Literally, everybody here got careers. It's definitely not about money. And to be honest with you, you got to have money to make money, to even do what you got to do. You don't have no money, you can't make no money. We didn't get no money from that last event. And guess what? We good. We fine. We getting ready to plan it for the next one. Yeah. It is what it is. Let me help you and work with you. That's my job. That's what we're here for. Yeah. Not to tear you down, not to make it, well, I have a problem with this. Y'all got too many goddamn problems. You problem with this problem? Damn you and your problems and keep that shit going. Tell it to somebody else. Get somebody else to do it because I don't care.
Okay, good night.
Yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in today. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Yes. Stay tuned.